Act 1 of Katherine and Petruchio by David Garrick. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org.
Dramatis Personae.
Petruchio, read by Rick Cordray.
Baptista, read by Alan Mapstone.
Hortensio, read by Thomas Peter.
Grumio, read by Adrian Stevens.
Biondello, read by redrun.
Music Master, read by Algy Pug.
Taylor, read by Inco.
Pedro, read by Jim Locke.
Curtis, read by Jim Hedrick.
Gregory, read by Greg Giordano.
Nathaniel, read by Todd.
Gabriel, read by Inco.
Adam, read by David Purdy.
Walter, read by Alan Mapstone.
Ralph, read by Greg Giordano.
Katherine, read by Kelly Taylor.
Bianca, read by the Countess.
Stage directions read by Larry Wilson. Act 1. Scene: Baptista's house. A hall. Enter Baptista, Petruchio left, and Grumio, who waits behind.
Thus have I, against my own self-interest, repeated all the worst you're to expect from my shrewd daughter Katherine. If you'll venture maugre my plain and honest declaration, you have my free consent. Win her and wed her.
Senor Baptista, thus it stands with me. Antonio, my father, is deceased. You knew him well, and knowing him, know me, left solely heir to all his lands and goods, which I have bettered rather than decreased, and I have thrust myself into the world, happily to wive and thrive as best I may. My business asketh haste, old senor, and every day I cannot come to woo. Let specialties be therefore drawn between us, that covenants may be kept on either hand.
Yes, when the special thing is well obtained, my daughter's love, for that is all in all.
Why, that is nothing. For I tell you, father, I am as peremptory as she is proud-minded. And where two raging fires meet together, they do consume the thing that feeds their fury. Though little fire grows great with little wind, yet extreme gusts will blow out fire and all. So I to her, and so she yields to me. For I am rough, and woo not like a babe.
Nay, look you, sir, he tells you flatly what his mind is. Why give him gold enough, and marry him to a puppet, or an old trot, with ne'er a tooth in her head, though she have as many diseases as 52 horses? Why, nothing comes amiss, so money comes withal. You know him not.
And will you woo her, sir?
Why come I hither but to that intent? Think you a little din can daunt my ears? Have I not in my time heard lions roar? Have I not heard great ordnance in the field, and heaven's artillery thunder in the skies? Have I not in a pitched battle heard loud alarms, neighing steeds, and trumpets clang? And do you tell me of a woman's tongue, that gives not half so great a blow to hear as will a chestnut in a farmer's fire? Tush, tush, fear boys with bugs.
Then thou art the man for Katherine, and her father too. That shall she know, and know my mind at once. I'll portion her above her gentler sister, new married to Hortensio. And if, with scurril, taunt, and squeamish pride, she make a mouth, and will not taste her fortune, I'll turn her forth to seek it in the world, nor henceforth shall she know her father's doors.
Sayest thou me so? Well, then as your daughter, senor, is rich enough to be Petruchio's wife, be she as cursed as Socrates' Xantippe, she moves me not a whit. Were she as rough as are the swelling Adriatic seas, I come to wive it wealthily in Padua. If wealthily, then happily in Padua.
Well mayst thou woo, and happy be thy speed. But be thou armed for some unhappy words.
Ay, to the proof, as mountains are for winds that shake not, though they blow perpetually.
Katherine and the music master make a noise without. Stage right.
Help! Help!
Out of the house, you scraping fool!
What noise is that?
Oh, nothing. This is nothing. My daughter Katherine and her music master. 'Tis the third I've had within this month. She is an enemy to harmony.
Enter music master stage right, with his forehead bloody, and a broken lute in his hand. Crosses to stage left.
Now, my friend, why dost thou look so pale?
For fear, I promise you, if I do look pale.
What, will my daughter prove a good musician?
I think she'll sooner prove a soldier. Iron may hold with her, but never lutes.
Why then, thou canst not break her to the lute.
Why, no, for she hath broke the lute to me. I did but tell her she mistook her frets, and bowed her hand to teach her fingering, when, with a most devilish spirit, frets you call them, quoth she, I'll fret your fool's cap. And, with that word, she struck me on the head, and through the instrument my pate made way, and there I stood, amazed for a while, as on a pillory looking through the lute, while she did call me rascal fiddler and twangling jack, with 20 such vile terms, as she had studied to misuse me so.
Now, by the world, it is a lusty wench. I'd love her 10 times more than e'er I did. Oh, how I long to have a grapple with her.
I would not have another grapple with her to purchase Padua. For what is past, I'm paid sufficiently. If at your leisure you think my broken fortunes, head and lute, deserve some reparation, you know where to inquire for me. And so, good gentlemen, I am your much disordered, broken-pated, humble servant.
Exit music master left.
What, are you moved, Petruchio? Do you flinch?
I'm more and more impatient, sir, and long to be a partner in these favourite pleasures.
Oh, by all means, sir. Will you go with me, or shall I send my daughter Kate to you?
I pray you do. I will attend her here.
Exit Baptista right.
Grumio, retire and wait my call within.
Exit Grumio left.
Since that her father is so resolute, I'll woo her with some spirit when she comes. Say that she rail, why then I'll tell her plain she sings as sweetly as a nightingale. Say that she frown, I'll say she looks as clear as morning roses, newly washed with dew. If she do bid me pack, I'll give her thanks as though she bade me stay by her a week. If she deny to wed, I'll crave the day when I shall ask the banns, and when be married.
Katherine and Baptista without right.
Sir, father, surely.
Hence, Kate, ne'er tell me.
Ah, here she comes. And now, Petruchio, speak.
Enter Katherine right, crosses to left.
How? Turned adrift, nor know my father's house. Reduced to this, or none. The maid's last prayer, sent to be wooed, like bear unto stake, trim wooing like to be, and he's the bear, for I shall bait him. Yet the man's a man.
Kate, in a calm? Maids must not be wooers. Good morrow, Kate, for that is your name, I hear.
Well have you heard, but impudently said.
Crosses to right.
They call me Katherine that do talk of me.
You lie, in faith, for you are called plain Kate, and bonny Kate, and sometimes Kate the Cursed. But Kate, the prettiest Kate in Christendom, take this of me, Kate of my consolation, hearing thy mildness praised in every town, thy virtues spoke of, and thy beauty sounded, thy affability and bashful modesty, yet not so deeply as to thee belongs myself, am moved to woo thee for my wife.
Moved in good time. Let him that moved you hither remove you hence. I knew you at the first. You were immovable.
Immovable? Why, what's that?
A joint stool.
Thou hast hit it. Come sit on me.
Bends on one knee.
Asses are made to bear, and so are you.
Women are made to bear, and so are you. Alas, good Kate, I will not burden thee, for knowing thee to be but young and light.
Too light for such a swain as you to catch.
Going, crosses to left.
Come, come, you wasp. In faith, you are too angry.
If I be waspish, best beware my sting.
My remedy, then, is to pluck it out.
Aye, if the fool could find it where it lies.
The fool knows where the honey lies, sweet Kate.
'Tis not for drones to taste.
That will I try.
Offers to kiss her. She strikes him.
I swear I'll cuff you if you strike again. Nay, come, Kate, come. You must not look so sour.
How can I help it when I see that face? But I'll be shocked no longer with the sight.
Going, crosses to right.
Nay, hear you, Kate, and sooth you scape not so.
I chafe you if I tarry. Let me go.
No, not a whit. I find you passing gentle. 'Twas told me you were rough and coy and sullen, but now I find report a very liar. Thou canst not frown, thou canst not look askance, nor bite the lip as angry wenches will, nor hast thou pleasure to be cross in talk, but thou with mildness entertainst thy wooers, with gentle conference, soft and affable.
This is beyond all patience.
Walks backwards and forwards.
Don't provoke me.
Why doth the world report that Kate doth limp? Oh, slanderous world! Kate, like a hazel twig, is straight and slender and brown in hue as hazelnuts, and sweeter than the kernels. Thou dost not limp. So let me see thee walk. Walk, walk, walk.
Katherine, she stops right.
Go, fool, and whom thou keepest command.
Did Diane so become a grove as Kate this chamber, with her princely gait? Oh, be thou Diane, and let her be Kate, and then let Kate be chaste, and Diane sportful.
Where did you study all this goodly speech?
Study? It is extempore, from my mother wit.
A witty mother, witless else her son.
Am I not wise?
Yes, in your own conceit. Keep yourself warm with that, or else you'll freeze.
Or rather, warm me in thy arms, my Kate. And therefore, setting all this chat aside, thus in plain terms, your father hath consented that you shall be my wife, your dowry agreed upon, and will you, nill you, I will marry you.
Whether I will or no? Oh, fortune's spite!
Nay, Kate, I am a husband for your turn, for by this light whereby I see thy beauty that doth make me love thee well, thou must be married to no man but me, for I am he that's born to tame you, Kate.
That will admit dispute, my saucy groom.
Here comes your father. Never make denial. I must and will have Katherine to my wife.
Enter Baptista right.
Now, signor, now. How speed you with my daughter?
How should I speed but well, sir? How but well? It were impossible I should speed amiss.
Why, how now, daughter Katherine? In your dumps?
Call you me daughter? Now I promise you, you've shown a tender fatherly regard to wish me wed to one half-lunatic, a madcap ruffian, and a swearing jack that thinks with oaths to face the matter out.
Better this, Jack, than starve, and that's your portion.
Father, 'tis thus. Yourself and all the world that talked of her have talked of her amiss. If she be cursed, it is for policy, For she's not froward, but modest as the dove. She's not hot, but temperate as the morn. For patience she will prove a second Grisel. And to conclude, we agreed so well together, we fixed tomorrow for the wedding day.
I'll see thee hang tomorrow first. Tomorrow?
Petruchio, hark! She says she'll see thee hanged first.
What's that to you? If she and I be pleased, what's that to you? 'Tis bargain twixt us twain, being alone, that she shall be cursed in company.
Katherine, aside.
A plague upon his impudence! I'm vexed. I'll marry my revenge, but I'll tame him.
I tell you, 'tis incredible to believe how much she loves me. Oh, the kindest Kate! She hung about my neck.
Kate, greatly enraged.
And kiss upon kiss she vied so fast, protesting oath on oath, that in a twink she won me to her love. Oh, you're novices! 'Tis a world to see how tame when men and women are alone. Give me thy hand, Kate.
Crosses to center.
I will now away to buy apparel for my gentle bride. Father, provide the feast and bid the guests.
What dost thou say, my Katherine? Give thy hand.
Never to man shall Katherine give her hand. Here 'tis. Let him take it, an he dare.
Were it the forefoot of an angry bear, I'd shake it off. But as it's Kate's, I kiss it.
You'll kiss it closer ere our moon be waned.
Heaven send you joy, Petruchio. 'Tis a match.
Father and wife, adieu. I must away.
Crosses to left.
Unto my country house, and stir my grooms, scour off their country rust, and make 'em fine for the reception of my Katherine. We will have rings and things and fine array. Tomorrow, Kate, shall be our wedding day.
Exit Petruchio left.
Well, daughter, though the man be somewhat wild, and thereto frantic, yet his means are great. Thou hast done well to seize the first kind offer, for by thy mother's soul 'twill be the last.
My duty, sir, hath followed your command.
Art thou in earnest? Hast no trick behind? I'll take thee at thy word, and send to invite my son-in-law, Hortensio, and thy sister, and all our friends, to grace thy nuptials, Kate.
Exit Baptista left.
Why, yes. Sister Bianca now shall see the poor abandoned Katherine, as she calls me, can make her husband stoop unto her lure, and hold her head high, and be as proud as she, or e'er a wife in Padua. As double as my portion be my scorn. Look to your seat, Petruchio, or I throw you. Katherine shall tame this haggard, or, if she fails, shall tie her tongue up and pare down her nails.
Exit right. End of Act 1. Act 2 of Katherine and Petruchio by David Garrick. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Act 2, Scene 1. Baptista's house, a hall. Enter Katherine, Baptista, Hortensio, Bianca. Gentlemen and ladies left.
Signor Hortensio, this is the appointed day that Katherine and Petruchio should be married, and yet we hear not of our son-in-law. What says Hortensio to this shame of ours?
No shame but mine. I must forsooth be forced to give my hand, opposed 'gainst my heart, unto a mad brain Roosby, full of spleen, who wooed in haste, and means to wed at leisure. Now must the world point at poor Katherine, and say, Lo, there is mad Petruchio's wife. If it would please him, come and marry her.
Such hasty matches seldom end in good.
Patience, good Katherine, and Bianca too. Upon my life, Petruchio means but well. Whatever fortune stays him from his word, though he be blunt, I know him passing wise. Though he be merry, yet withal he's honest.
Would I had never seen his honesty. Oh, I could tear my flesh for very madness.
Exit Katherine Wright.
Follow your sister, girl, and comfort her.
Exit Bianca Wright.
I cannot blame thee now to weep and rage, for such an injury would vex a saint, much more a shrew of thy impatient humour.
Enter Biondello, left.
Master, news, and such news as you never heard of.
Is Petruchio come?
Why, no, sir.
What then?
He is coming, but how? Why, in a new hat and an old jerkin, a pair of old breeches, thrice turned, a pair of boots that have been candle cases, one buckled, another laced, an old rusty sword taken out of the town armory, with a broken hilt and chapless, his horse hipped with an old mothy saddle, the stirrups of no kindred, besides possessed with the glanders, and like to mose in the chine, troubled with the lampus, infected with the farcy, full of wind-gulls, sped with the spavins, rayed with the yellows, past cure of the fives, stark spoiled with the staggers, benumbed with the bots, swayed in the back and shoulder-shotten, near-legged before, and with a half-checked bit, and a headstall of sheep-leather, which, being restrained to keep him from stumbling, hath been often burst, and now repaired with knots. One girt 6 times pieced, and a woman's crupper of velour, which hath 2 letters for her name fairly set down in the studs, and here and there pieced with pack-thread.
Who comes with him?
Oh, sir, his lackey, for all the world caparisoned like the horse, with a linen stock on one leg, and a kersey boot-hose on the other, gartered with a red and blue list. An old hat, and the humour of 40 fancies pricked upon it for a feather. A monster, a very monster in apparel, and not like a Christian footboy or a gentleman's lackey.
Petruchio without, left, smacking a whip.
Hello! Hello!
Exit Biondello, right.
I'm glad he is come, howsoe'er he comes.
Enter Petruchio and Grumio, left, fantastically habited.
Oh, where be these gallants? Who is at home?
You're welcome, sir.
Well am I come then, sir.
Not so well parelled as I wish you were.
Why, were it better, I should rush in thus. But where is Kate? Where's my lovely bride? How does my father? Gentles, methinks you frown. And wherefore gaze this goodly company as if they saw some wondrous monument, some comet or unusual prodigy?
Why, sir, you know this is your wedding day. First we were sad, fearing you would not come. Now sadder that you come so unprovided. Fie, doff this habit, shame to your estate, an eyesore to our solemn festival.
And tell us, what occasion of import hath all so long detained you from your wife, and sent you hither so unlike yourself?
Tedious it were to tell, and harsh to hear. Let it suffice. I'm come to keep my word. But where is Kate? I stay too long from her. The morning wears, 'tis time we were at church.
See not your bride in these unreverend robes. Go to my chamber, put on clothes of mine.
Not I, believe me. Thus I'll visit her.
But thus, I trust, you will not marry her.
Good sooth, even thus. Therefore have done with words. To me she's married, not unto my clothes. Could I repair what she will wear in me, as I could change these poor accoutrements to a well for Kate, and better for myself? But what a fool am I to chat with you, when I should bid good morrow to my bride, and seal the title with a loving kiss. What ho! My Kate! My Kate!
Exit Petruchio right, cracking his whip.
What ho? Why, Kate! Why, Kate!
Exit Grumio right, cracking his whip.
He has some meaning in this mad attire.
Let's after him and see the event of this.
Exeunt right. Scene 2, another chamber. Enter Grumio right.
He's gone swearing to church with her. I would sooner have led her to the gallows. If he can but hold it, 'tis well. And if I know anything of myself and my master, no two men were ever born with such qualities to tame women. When madam comes home, we must look for another guy's master than we have had. We shall see old Coil between 'em. If I can spy into futurity a little, there will be much clatter among the movables, and some practice for the surgeons. By this, the parson has given 'em license to fall together by the ears.
Enter Pedro hastily right.
Grumio, your master bid me find you out and speed you to his country house to prepare for his reception. And if he finds not things as he expects them, according to the directions that he gave you, he says what follows. This message he delivered before his bride, even in her way to church, and shook his whip in token of his love.
I understand it, sir, and will convey the same token to my horse immediately, that he may take to his heels, in order to save my bones and his own ribs.
Exit Grumio running left.
So odd a master and so fit a man were never seen in Padua before.
Enter Biondello hastily right.
Now, Biondello, came you from the church?
As willingly as e'er I came from school.
And is the bride and bridegroom coming home?
A bridegroom, say you? 'Tis a groom indeed, a grumbling groom, and that the girl shall find.
Cursed her than she? Why, 'tis impossible.
Why, he's a devil, a very fiend.
Why, she's a devil, the devil's dam.
Tut, she's a lamb, a dove, a fool to him. I'll tell you, brother Pedro, when the priest should ask if Katherine should be his wife, "Ay, by Gog's wounds," quoth he, and swore so loud that, all amazed, the priest let fall his book. And as he stooped to take it up again, this mad-brained bridegroom took him such a cuff that down fell priest and book and priest. "Now take them up," quoth he, "if any list."
What said the wench when he rose up again?
Trembled and shook. For why? He stamped and swore as if the vicar went to causen him. But after many ceremonies done, he calls for wine. "A health," quoth he, as if he'd been aboard carousing with his mates after a storm, quaffed off the muscadel, and threw the sops all in the sexton's face, having no other cause but that his beard grew thin and hungerly, and seemed to ask his sops as he was drinking. This done, he took the bride about the neck, and kissed her lips with such a clamorous smack that at the parting all the church echoed. And I, seeing this, came thence for very shame. And after me I know the rout is coming.
Music without right.
Hark, hark, I hear the minstrels play. Such a mad marriage never was before.
Exeunt Pedro and Biondello left. Music right. Enter gentlemen, ladies, Bianca, Hortensio, Baptista, Petruchio, singing and dancing. Katherine, ladies and gentlemen, right.
Gentlemen and friends, I thank you for your pains. I know you think to dine with me today, and have prepared great store of wedding cheer, but so it is, my haste does call me hence, and therefore here I mean to take my leave.
Is't possible you will away tonight?
I must away today, before night come. Make it no wonder, If you knew my business, you would entreat me rather go than stay. And, honest company, I thank you all that have beheld me give away myself to this most patient, sweet, and virtuous wife. Dine with my father, drink a health to me, for I must hence, and farewell to you all.
Let me entreat you, stay till after dinner.
It may not be.
Let me entreat you that my sister stay. I came on purpose to attend the wedding, and pass this day in mirth and festival.
It cannot be.
Let me entreat you.
I am content.
Are you content to stay?
I am content you shall entreat my stay, but yet not stay. Entreat me how you can.
Now, if you love me, stay.
My horses there! What ho! My horses there!
Nay then, do what thou canst. I will not go today, no, nor tomorrow, nor till I please myself. The door is open, sir. There lies your ways. You may be jogging while your boots are green. For me, I'll not go till I please myself. 'Tis like you'll prove a jolly surly groom, to take it on you at the first so roundly.
Crosses to left.
Nay, Kate, content thee. Prithee, be not angry.
I will be angry. Father, be quiet. He shall stay my leisure.
Ay, marry, sir, now it begins to work.
Gentlemen, forward to the bridal dinner. I see a woman may be made a fool, if she had not a spirit to resist.
Crosses to right.
They shall go forward, Kate, at thy command. Obey the bride, you that attend on her. Go to the feast, revel and domineer, be mad and merry, or go hang yourselves. But for my bonny Kate, she must with me. Nay, look not big, nor stamp, nor stare, nor fret. I will be master of what is mine own. She is my goods, my chattels. She is my house, my household stuff, my field, my barn, my horse, my ox, my ass, my anything. And here she stands. Touch her, whoever dare. I'll bring my action on the proudest he that stops my way in Padua.
Baptista draws his sword.
Petruchio, draw forth thy weapon. Thou'st beset with thieves.
Petruchio draws.
Rescue thy wife, then, if thou be a man. Fear not, sweet wench. They shall not touch thee, Kate. I'll buckler thee against 1,000,000, Kate.
Exeunt Katherine and Petruchio left, followed by all the company. Scene 3. Petruchio's country house, a hall. Enter Grumio left.
What ho, Curtis? Fie, fie on all jades and all mad masters and all foul ways. Was ever man so beaten? Was ever man so rayed? Was ever man so weary? I am sent before to make a fire, and they are coming after to warm them. Curtis, now, were I not a little pot, and soon hot, my very lips might freeze to my teeth, ere I should come by a fire to thaw me. But I, with blowing the fire, shall warm myself, for considering the weather, a taller man than I will take cold. Holla, hoa, Curtis!
Enter Curtis right.
Who is it that calls so coldly?
A piece of ice. If thou doubt it, thou mayest slide from my shoulder to my heel, with no greater a run but my head and my neck. A fire, good Curtis.
Is my master and his wife coming, Grumio?
Oh, aye, Curtis, aye, and therefore fire, fire, cast on no water.
Is she so hot a shrew as she is reported?
She was, good Curtis, before the frost. But thou knowest, winter tames man, woman, and beast. Where's the cook? Is supper ready? The house trimmed, the serving men in their best clothes, and every officer his wedding garments on? Be the jacks fair within, the gills fair without, carpets laid, and everything in order?
All ready, and therefore I pray thee, what news?
First, no, My horse is tired, my master and mistress fallen out.
How?
Off their saddles into the dirt, and thereby hangs a tale.
Let's hear it, good Grumio.
Lend thine ear.
Here.
There.
Boxes her ear.
This is to feel a tale, not to hear a tale.
And therefore 'tis called a sensible tale. And this cuff was but a knock at your ear, and beseech listening. Now I begin. Imprimis, we come down a foul hill, my master riding behind my mistress.
Both on one horse?
What's that to thee? Tell thou the tale? But hadst thou not crossed me, thou shouldst have heard how her horse fell, and she under her horse. Thou shouldst have heard in how miry a place, how she was bemoiled, how he left her with the horse upon her, how he beat me because her horse stumbled, how she waded through the dirt to pluck him off me, how he swore, how she prayed, that never prayed before, how I cried, how the horses ran away, how her bridle was burst, how I lost my crupper, how my mistress lost her slippers, tore and bemired her garments, limped to the farmhouse, put on Rebecca's old shoes and petticoat, with many things worthy of memory, which now shall die in oblivion, and thou return unexperienced to thy grave.
By this reckoning, he is more shrew than she.
Aye, for the nonce, and that thou and the proudest of you all shall find, when he come home. But what talk I of this? Call forth Nathaniel, Gabriel, Gregory, Adam, Walter, Ralph, and the rest. Are they all ready?
They are. Do you hear? Ho! Nathaniel, Gabriel, Gregory, where are you?
Enter Nathaniel, Gabriel, Gregory, Adam, Walter, and Ralph, right.
Welcome home, Grumio.
How now, Grumio?
What? Grumio?
Fellow Grumio.
How now, old dad?
Ha! Grumio!
Welcome you, how now you, what you, fellow you, and thus much for greeting. Now, my spruce companions, is all ready, and all things neat?
All things are ready. How near is our master?
Even at hand, alighted by this, and therefore be not.
Petruchio without left.
Hello!
Cock's passion! Silence! I hear my master.
Enter Petruchio and Katherine left.
Where are these knaves? What? No man at the door?
Curtis helps her off with her farthingale and goes out right.
To hold my stirrup, nor to take my horse? Where is Nathaniel, Gregory, Adam?
Here, sir!
Here, sir! Here, sir! Here, sir! Here, sir! You logger-headed and unpolished grooms! What? No attendance, no regard, no duty? Where is the foolish knave I sent before?
Here, sir, as foolish as I was before.
Thou peasant swain, thou stupid malt-horse drudge! Did I not bid thee meet me in the park and bring along these rascal knaves with thee?
Nathaniel's coat, sir, was not fully made, and Gabriel's pumps were all unpinked in the heel. There was no link to colour Peter's hat, and Walter's dagger was not come from sheathing. There were none fine but Adam, Ralph, and Gregory. The rest were ragged, old, and beggarly. Yet, as they are, here are they come to meet you.
Go, rascals, go and fetch my supper in.
The supper! The supper!
Exeunt all the servants but Grumio right.
Here, take my boots off. Sit down, Kate, and welcome.
Enter the cook, Nathaniel, Gabriel, Walter, and Ralph, with the supper, etc. right.
Pull off my boots. Nay, good sweet Kate, be merry. Some water for my hands. Some water, Grumio.
Exit Grumio right. Enter Gregory with slippers right, and pulls off his boots. Petruchio sings.
It was a friar of order grey, as he walketh forth upon his way. Out, you rogue! You plucked my foot awry. Take that, and mind the plucking off the other.
Beats him.
Some water here. Be merry, Kate. What, ho! Shall I have some water?
Enter Adam with a basin of water running. Adam falls and breaks the basin.
You careless villain! Will you let it fall?
Beats him.
Patience, I pray you, 'twas a fault unwilling.
A blundering, beetle-headed, flap-eared knave. What ho! My supper!
Enter Grumio right.
Supper! Supper!
Come, Kate, sit down. I know you have a stomach.
Indeed I have, and never was repast so welcome to me.
They sit it down.
Will you say grace, sweet Kate, or else shall I? What is this?
Mutton!
Who brought it?
He!
Pointing to Ralph.
No, he did.
Pointing to Walter.
'Tis burnt, and so is all the meat. Where is the rascal cook?
Cook! Cook!
Comes forward.
How durst you, villain, bring it from the dresser and serve it thus to me that loves it not? There, take it to you, trenchers, cups and all.
Throwing the meat, etc. about.
You heedless joltheads and unmanaged slaves! What, do you grumble? I'll be with you straight.
Beats the servants till they all run away right and left.
I pray you, husband, be not so disquiet. The meat was well, and well could I have eat, if you were so disposed. I'm sick with fasting.
I tell thee, Kate, 'twas burnt and dried away, and I expressly am forbid to touch it, for it engenders choler, planteth anger, and better 'twere that both of us did fast, since of ourselves are choleric, than feed it on such over-roasted flesh. Be patient, tomorrow it shall be mended, and for this night we'll fast for company.
Fast? Go to bed without my supper thus?
'Tis the unwholesomest thing in the world, sweet Kate. Come, I will show thee to thy bridal chamber.
Exeunt right. Enter Grumio, Walter, Ralph, Gabriel, Nathaniel, Gregory, and Adam right.
Why, Grumio, didst thou ever see the like?
He kills her in her own humour. I did not think so good and kind a master could have put on so resolute a bearing.
Enter Curtis right.
Where is he, Curtis?
In her chamber, making a sermon of patience to her, and all the while he rails and swears at such a rate that she, poor soul, knows not which way to stand, to look, to speak, but sits as one new waking from a dream. Away, away, for he is coming hither.
Exeunt right. Enter Petruchio right.
Thus have I politically begun my reign, and 'tis my hope to end successfully. As with the meat, some undeserved fault I'll find about the making of the bed, and here I'll fling the pillow, there the bolster, this way the coverlet, that way the sheets. Aye, and amid this hurly I'll pretend that it was all done in reverend care of her, and in conclusion she shall watch all night, and if she chance to nod, I'll rail and brawl, and with the clamour keep her still awake. This is a way to kill a wife with kindness. Thus I'll curb her mad and headstrong humour. He that knows better how to tame a shrew, now let him speak, 'twere charity to show.
Exit right. End of Act 2. Act 3 of Katherine and Petruchio by David Garrick. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Act 3. Scene: Petruchio's country house, a hall, table, 2 chairs. Enter Grumio and Katherine.
No, no, forsooth, I dare not for my life.
The more my wrong, the more his spite appears. What, did he marry me to famish me? But that which plagues me more than all these wants, He does it under name of perfect love, as who would say, if I would sleep or eat, 'twere deadly sickness, or else present death. I prithee go, and get me some repast, I care not what, so it be wholesome food.
What say you to a neat's foot?
'Tis passing good. I prithee, let me have it.
I fear it is too phlegmatic a meat. How say you to a fat tripe, finely boiled?
I like it well. Good Grumio, fetch it me.
I cannot tell. I fear it's choleric. What say you to a piece of beef and mustard?
A dish I do love to feed upon.
Aye, but the mustard is too hot a little.
Why then the beef, and let the mustard rest.
Nay, that I will not. You shall have the mustard, or else you get no beef of Grumio.
Then both, or one, or anything thou wilt.
Why then, the mustard, dame, without the beef.
Go, get thee gone, thou false deluding slave!
Beats him.
That feeds me only with the name of meat.
Enter Petruchio left.
Hullo! How fares my Kate? What, sweeting, a la mort? Mistress, what cheer?
Faith, as cold as can be.
Pluck up thy spirits. Look cheerfully upon me, for now, my honey love, we are refreshed.
Refreshed? With what?
We will return into thy father's house, and revel it as bravely as the best, with silken coats and caps and golden rings, with ruffs and cuffs and farthingales and things. Look up, my love. The tailor stays thy leisure to deck thy body with his rustling treasure. Tailor, come in.
They sit, Petruchio left, Katherine right. Enter tailor left.
Where are these ornaments?
Here is the cap your worship did bespeak.
The what?
Takes the cap on his whip.
The cap.
Why, this was moulded on a porringer, a velvet dish. Fie, 'tis lewd and filthy. Why, 'tis a cockle or a walnut shell, a knack, a toy, a trick, a baby's cap. Away with it, and let me have a bigger.
I'll have no bigger. This doth fit the time, and gentlewomen wear such caps as these.
Petruchio aside.
When you are gentle, you shall have one too. 'Tis a mere bauble, say no more about it.
Why, sir, I trust I may have leave to speak, and speak I will. I am no child, no babe. Your betters have endured me, say my mind, and if you cannot, best you stop your ears.
Thou sayest true, Kate. It is a paltry cap. I love thee well in that thou likest it not.
Love me or love me not, I like the cap. I will have it, or I will have none.
The gown? Why, aye. Come, tailor, let me see it. Oh, mercy, heaven, what masking stuff is here? What is this? A sleeve? 'Tis like a demi-cannon, all up and down, carved like an apple tart. Here's a snip and nip and cut and slish and slash, like to a censer in a barber's shop. Why, what in the devil's name, tailor, call'st thou this?
Grumio aside right.
I see she's like to have neither a cap nor a gown.
You bid me make it orderly and well, according to the fashion of the time.
Marry, and did, but if you be remembered, I did not bid you mar it to the time. Go, hop me over every kennel home, for you shall hop without my custom, sir. Hence, make your best of it. I'll none of it.
I never saw a better fashioned gown, more quaint, more pleasing, nor more commendable. Belike you mean to make a puppet of me.
Why, true, he means to make a puppet of thee.
She says your worship means to make a puppet of her.
Oh, most monstrous arrogance! Thou liest, thou thread, thou thimble, thou yard, 3/4, half-yard, quarter, nail, thou flea, thou nit, thou winter cricket, thou braved in my own house with a skein of thread. Away, thou rag, thou quantity, thou remnant, or I shall so bemeet thee with thy tailor's yard as thou think on prating while thou livest. I tell thee, that thou hast marred the gown.
Your worship is deceived. The gown is made just as my master had direction.
Grumio gave order how it should be done.
I gave him no order. I gave him the stuff.
But how did you desire it should be made?
Marry, sir, with a needle and thread. How should it be made?
But did you not request to have it cut?
Though thou have faced many things, face not me. I say unto thee, I bid my master cut the gown, but I did not bid him cut it to pieces. Ergo, thou liest.
Here is the note of the fashion to testify.
Read it.
Imprimis, a loose-bodied gown.
Master, if ever I said a loose-bodied gown, sew me up in the skirts of it, and beat me to death with a bottom of brown thread. I said a gown.
Proceed.
With a small compass cape.
I confess the cape.
With a trunk sleeve.
I confess 2 sleeves.
The sleeves curiously cut.
Aye, there's the villainy.
Error i' the bill, sir, error i' the bill. I commanded the sleeve should be cut out, and sewed up again, and that I prove upon thee, though thy little finger be armed in a thimble.
This is true that I say, and I had thee in a place. Thou shouldst know it.
I am for thee straight. Come on, you parchment, shred.
They fight.
What? Chickens spar in presence of the kite? I'll swoop upon you both. Out! Out, you vermin!
Petruchio beats the tailor off left. Grumio retires a little behind, laughing at him.
For heaven's sake, sir, have patience. How you fright me!
Crying.
Well, come, my Katherine. We will now away to feast and sport us at thy father's house. Go, call my men, and bring our horses out.
Exit Grumio left.
Oh, happy hearing! Let us straight be gone. I cannot tarry here another day.
Cannot, my Kate? Oh, yes, indeed you can.
Indeed I cannot.
Oh, yes, you could, my Katherine, if I wished it.
I tell you, I'll not stay another moment.
Enter Grumio running left.
The horses, sir, are ready, and...
Put up. On second thoughts, 'tis now too late. For look, how bright and goodly shines the moon.
The moon? The sun? It is not moonlight now.
I say it is the moon that shines so bright.
I say it is the sun that shines so bright.
Now, by my mother's son, and that's myself, it shall be moon, or star, or what I list, or ere I journey to your father's house. Go you and put the horses up again. Evermore crossed, and crossed, nothing but crossed.
Crosses to right. Grumio aside to Kate.
Say as he says, or we shall never go.
Exit Grumio left.
I see. 'Tis vain to struggle with my bond. Sir, be it moon or sun or what you please, if you please to call it a rush candle, henceforth I vow it shall be so for me.
I say it is the moon that shines so bright.
I know it is the moon.
Nay then, you lie. It is the blessed sun.
Just as you please, it is the blessed sun. But sun it is not when you say it is not, and the moon changes, even as your mind. What you will have it named, even that it is, and so it shall be for your Katherine.
Get out the horses. Thus the bow shall run, and not unluckily against the bias. But soft, some company is coming here and stops our journey.
Enter Baptista, Hortensio, and Bianca left.
Good morrow, gentle mistress, where away? Tell me, sweet Kate, and tell me truly, too, hast thou beheld a fresher gentlewoman? What stars do spangle heaven with such beauty as those 2 eyes become that heavenly face? Fair, lovely maid, once more good day to thee. Sweet Kate, embrace her for her beauty's sake.
How now? Embrace me for my beauty's sake? What is all this?
Kate crosses to center.
Young, budding virgin, fair and fresh, and sweet. Whither away? Or where is thy abode? Happy the parents of so fair a child. Happier the man who favourable stars allot thee for his lovely bedfellow.
What mummery is this?
Why, how now, Kate? I hope thou art not mad. This is Baptista, our old reverend father, and not a maiden, as thou sayest he is.
Pardon, dear father, my mistaken eyes, that have been so bedazzled with the
sun,
that everything I look on seemeth green. Now I perceive thou art my reverend father. Pardon, I pray thee, my mad mistaking.
Kneels.
Rise, rise, my child. What strange vagary is this? I came to see thee with my son and daughter. How likest thou wedlock? Art not altered, Kate?
Indeed I am, almost transformed to stone.
Changed for the better, much. Art not my Kate?
So good a master cannot choose but mend me.
Here is a wonder, if you talk of wonders.
And so it is. I wonder what it bodes.
Marry, peace it bodes, and love, and quiet life, and awful rule and right supremacy, and to be short, what's not that's sweet and happy?
Was ever woman's spirit broke so soon? What is the matter, Kate? Hold up thy head, nor lose our sex best prerogative, to wish and have our will.
Peace, brawler, peace, or I will give the meek Hortensio, your husband there, my taming recipe. Katherine, I charge thee, tell this headstrong woman what duty 'tis she owes her lord and husband.
Such duty as the subject owes the prince, even such a woman oweth to her husband. Thy husband is thy lord, thy life, thy keeper, one that cares for thee, and for thy maintenance commits his body to painful labour, both by sea and land, to watch the night in storms, the day in cold, while thou liest warm at home, secure and safe, and craves no other tribute at thy hands, but love, fair looks, and true obedience, too little payment for so great a debt.
Well said, my Kate. You'll learn that lesson, lady.
Now joy betide thee, son Petruchio, and fair befall thee, my now gentle Katherine. Go home with me along, and I will add another fortune to another daughter. For thou art changed, as thou hast never been.
My fortune is sufficient. Here's my wealth. Kiss me, my Kate, and since thou art become so prudent, kind, and dutiful a wife, Petruchio here shall doff the lordly husband an honest mask, which I throw off with pleasure. Far hence all rudeness, wilfulness, and noise, and be our future lives one gentle stream of mutual love, compliance, and regard.
Nay, then, I'm all unworthy of thy love, and look with blushes on my former self. How shameful 'tis, when women are so simple, to offer war where they should kneel for peace, or seek for rule, supremacy, and sway, where bound to love, to honor, and obey.
Curtain falls. End of Act 3. End of Katherine and Petruchio by David Garrick.